All right, guys, we got Keith's truck here. It's a 04, and it looked like it was. Isn't this okay? Whatever. It was deleted. They probably put an oil cooler on it and deleted it. If you look down that there, look at all that sealant there. For some reason, I mean, it happens. People, you think there's certain places you can put sealant, certain places you shouldn't. Looks like that is highly reused. But that's coolant. This one's oil, so we was leaking oil. So the gamble is going to be this adapter flange. Does it have a crack in it somewhere? Doesn't really look like it on the top unless it's right there. But what I would venture to gamble to, once we took this cover off and seen all this sealant on here, that the sealant actually screwed it up. The sealant's the reason for the leak. I mean, now that's a coin toss right there. I don't know. You want to gamble? I mean, go ahead and buy a new adapter flange. New adapter flange, $250, something like that. We buy a new adapter flange because this one has the bypass valves in it. The little rubber springs, bypass valves, that comes with it. You can't buy those parts. So, if there's a question on an adapter flange on top of an oil cooler, we generally default to replacing it. But with it being with sealant on it, the question would be, Keith, is do you want to gamble and put new gaskets on it, clean all this sealant out, clean all this crap out, and go for it? If that's the case, we need no parts. All we need is just take it apart, put new gaskets on it, clean it all up, and put it back together. Now the bonus would be the parts.
Rust in the bottom of it, you can see it.
There's rust in what? Oh, there's rust in the bottom of the oil cooler with the coolant filter. I mean, I'm just saying. And not a new one like those old coolant filter videos that the guy said looks like a brand new coolant filter. That's really freaking old. That's an aftermarket oil cooler too. Hang on.
Yeah, you can't.
Shot vac it. You shot vac it out? All right, hang on. But it did have a 40-degree difference on oil coolers. So by them looking so aluminum, the bungs right there, see the fitting? That's the actual oil cooler right there. And when they look that color of aluminum, generally that says that is aftermarket. I don't know, the light's not shining all the way to the bottom. Can you get it in there around it?
Kinda.
There it goes. Look at all that rust in there. All that rust in there. Put a coolant filter on your truck. That'll fix it. Obviously, that says that it did not fix it. And this little bitty line right here does absolutely nothing to keep an oil cooler clean. Let's see. See all the stuff he's getting out of there. It's just a little stuff. Yeah. Okay. So, so the question would be, do we want to seal this? I'd reseal it or buy new stuff. Kind of at a little dilemma here because, I've been burnt. We've been burnt, and we've came out ahead. Both sides of this. We could. I mean, it could just be because of the sealant. I mean, it really could be. There's sealant all over the place. So there's certain places where you don't freaking need sealant, and right there is one of them. The whole oil cooler setup just requires no sealant to put together. So that's the question. So what do we want to do? Kind of torn right now. I don't know. I don't really know that and honestly, I mean, we've got a little arsenal of used oil cooler covers and adapters, but when it comes to I don't know. I mean, we went back there and looked, and I didn't see any that. I mean, I want to feel warm and fuzzy because I'm going to have to warranty this oil cooler cover, so I'm not going to throw just some old junk freaking oil cooler cover that I don't know about and potentially have to take this whole thing back apart again because we tried to save some money on a used oil cooler cover. That's I don't know, but we're not dead set yet, but I want to put this down and see if you want to go ahead and roll the dice and see when it looks like that. I mean, if this was my truck and I just bought it, I would put it back together. I would clean it all up and put it back together. That's what I would do. But, I don't have to pay labor. Well, I do. I got to pay you, don't I? I got to pay. He shook his head, yes. Damn it. But, it's... So, we can go either way. All right, guys, that's it. Have a good day.